my previous video, I had discussed, are you a highly sensitive individual? Are you someone who feels more but also knows more than other people around you? Now, if your answer to that video was yes, then you must be wondering, how do I cope with these constant barrage of stimuluses in my environment? Everything affects me. The noises, the smells, the sights, the sounds, the lighting, what people say, how people act, how they walk, how they talk, everything affects me. How do I survive in this environment which is so chaotic for me? If you're someone with this question, well, you're at the right place. This is exactly what I'm going to be discussing in this video. Coping strategies for highly sensitive people, how to thrive in an overwhelming world of stimulus around you. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to Guilt-Free Mind. I'm Dr. Shruti, author and owner of guiltfreemind.com, your one-stop mental health destination. If you wish to be more mindful, more in the present moment, more logical, more positive, and lead a productive life, well, that blog is your key. Go to the blog, the link is there in the description, and subscribe to it so I can send you weekly newsletter about every new tip and trick to master your thoughts, your mind, and be more productive at your workplace. Now, in this video, I'm going to be discussing coping strategies if the environment around you makes you feel chaotic, if you're highly sensitive to things around you, to people around you, and how to cope up with them. How to lead a mindful and happy life despite their chaos. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and do so. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and set it to all so that YouTube can notify you every time a new video releases from the Guilt-Free Mind YouTube channel. Well, with that, let's get into it. Now, as I said, those who are highly sensitive, everything around them affects them. So if someone's opening an almirah next door, I'll be able to hear it. Now, even if I'm sleeping, if someone's talking outside my door, I will be able to hear it and I will wake up. And I will be like, my sleep is disrupted and I cannot go back to sleep. So even the little things which will not affect a normal person affects a highly sensitive person. So if you're someone who feels more, sees more, analyzes more, brings 10 steps ahead of others, then this video is for you. And let's get into it. Point number 1, self-awareness. Now, you cannot help yourself if you don't know where the problem is. So step 1 is to find out if you are aware and if you know that you are a highly sensitive individual. If you haven't checked out my previous video, I would urge you to please go back, look at that video before you look at this video. Because that video will tell you if you are a highly sensitive person. And if you are, then you definitely need these coping strategies. Now, if you don't feel that you're highly sensitive, but you still want a bit more calm, a bit more peace, a bit more relaxation in your environment, then these steps should also work for you. So, figure out why do you want to implement these coping strategies, because unless you have a goal in mind, putting all of these strategies into work is not going to help you because you won't know what you're aiming for. So find your aim first. Then set boundaries. Point number 2 is setting boundaries. Say no when needed. Limit your time and energy expenditure on people who don't matter or who are chaotic or who make you feel chaotic. If you are with people who are constantly, talking to you, making you feel insecure or making you feel bad or saying something, not doing this, and repeating the whole cycle over and over again, apologizing and repeating it, cut them out of your life. Because if they apologize and it doesn't mean anything to them and they keep repeating the same thing, you are the one getting hurt. So focus on self-care first. You use this to everyone around you if you are not taking care of yourself. Learn to say no when needed. Focus on taking breaks from your work and preventing burnout. Because if you're burnout not only has a physical effect on you, it also has a mental and emotional effect. So try to avoid burnout. And burnout is also one of the leading causes of procrastination. So yeah, just try and stay away from things that make you feel that you're just being drained and drained and drained. Limit yourself from those people, from those activities. Point number 3, practice meditation and mindfulness. Now, let me tell you one thing, these tips and tricks, even if you apply them, they are not going to start showing you difference in 1 day or 2 days. You have to commit to it. Go on for a period of 3 months before you start to see any changes in it. So you really have to commit to your mind, to your mental health, to your betterment for these to work. Now, same way with mindfulness and meditation, it will not show you an effect in a day or two. You have to keep going with it. So the reason these two techniques are incorporated in every aspect of mental health is because when you learn to let things go, when you're meditating and your thoughts are appearing, thoughts of people telling you nasty things, thoughts of people overwhelming you, thoughts of people just burdening you with their problems and expecting you to solve them, and you cannot say no to them, you don't know what to do with them, you are just overwhelmed. Noises around you, the traffic's when you step out of the house, there's traffic, and that even that affects you. When you feel like this, meditation can help calm you. The thoughts that come, you learn to let them go instead of holding on to them tightly like a lifeboat and moving into that zone of overthinking. You stop overthinking, you learn how to just let it pass. Yeah, thought came, are you relevant? No, you're not relevant. Okay, go away. Just go, let the next thought in. It's okay. I can think about things and still not feel overwhelmed. That's the whole point of mindfulness and meditation. So if you haven't started with this, please do so. These will help you manage stress, cultivate inner peace, and finally build resilience so that you can thrive in this overwhelming world. Point number 4, create a safe space in your house. Have a space in your house where no one else is allowed. Or people who cause chaos. If you have a chaotic family, it's crucial to have a space where no one will go except you. So you will go there and you will relax and you will meditate and you will be mindful till you start feeling better. That is the whole point of having a safe space. Here, outside world starts to become irrelevant. When you move into this space, you should feel a sense of calm. Now, to boost that sense of calm, you can maybe put up a few incense or use a room freshener or a diffuser to have calm aroma in the room and make you feel better in general. But this is a great way to just separate yourself from the outside world and give you some time and peace to calm down. Point number 5, learning to manage your time. A lot of the time, the things that are going on in our environment can overwhelm us to the point where we just let things go. We are too tired to care, and where the time goes, we are not aware of. So if you're someone who's faced such type of difficulty before, you need to cultivate a better time management technique. There are many books on time management. There are many tips and tricks on time management. I have discussed time management in a few of my videos. So if you wish, you can go check them out. It is all there in the productivity series. You can check out the whole playlist about how to be more productive. But make sure that you know how to manage your time. You cannot wallow the entire day. You've got multiple things on your plate that you need to juggle. So just letting things go and sitting and thinking about them, oh, why did this happen? What was this person doing? What's going to happen? Is not an option. You need to learn to let it go and just move on with your life because you have 1,000 different other things to handle as well before the day is over. Point number 6, focus on regular self-care. As I said, nothing works in 1 day or 2. Make self-care a non-negotiable routine of your everyday life. You will do a morning skincare, you will do a night skincare. The reason skincare is so important is because when you do you put your hands on your face and you rub your face in soothing motions, it actually calms you down. The skincare is not only for your skin, it's also for your mind. It's like mind care. If you like nature, go out on hikes, go out on walks. Make it a point to do something that does not involve work and family every day. Now, it can be a walk, it can be a 10 minutes walk outside in the sun just to wake you up. But when you do it outside and when you do it when the sun is rising, you will feel so great, and trust me, you will have more energy throughout the day. Now, if you're doing it at night time, leisurely walk after your dinner, it will boost your feeling that boost the feeling that now you need to sleep. So these routines may be tiny, but they have a very crucial role in waking you up, putting you to bed, navigating your circadian rhythm. So if you haven't tried these out, go ahead, try it. But again, nothing works in 2 days, give it 3 months. Point number 7, journaling. Oh, I love this one. I journal. Like, I don't call it actually journaling anymore, I call it brain dumping. Because sometimes there's just too much in here. There's so much in here that you just want to pour it all out. Just if possible, take out this damn hard disk and put it away. Don't want to think anymore. So one of the best ways of not constantly having those spiraling thoughts in your head is to spiral them and write them in a note. Spiral them down there. Trust me, it may not feel like a lot in the initial days, but eventually once it becomes a habit, the moment there's a thought that is very pronounced and it's it comes to your mind more than 2 times, your brain will immediately tell you this is something that should go into the journal. And once you write everything about it, there's nothing left to think. A lot of the times when people are thinking, they cannot come up with a solution because the thoughts are just navigating at light speed. You're seeing 10 years ahead, you're seeing tomorrow, you're seeing your past, you're seeing everything all at one go. And you cannot figure out which one to focus on. So when you write them all down, things become much more clearer. A lot of the time, writing has also shown people the solutions that they need to solve a particular problem. Point number 8, seeking support. If you're feeling overwhelmed by your outside environment, by your workplace, by your colleagues, then you can talk to your family. Now, if your family is the one that's overwhelming you, you can talk to your colleagues or your friends. If everything is overwhelming, your colleagues, your friends, your family, everyone's just overwhelming you, then you can talk to a therapist. A therapist will provide you a completely non-judgmental environment. They will never ever judge you. Instead, they will provide you coping mechanisms. They will tell you how to make that overwhelming feeling that you have constantly inside you stop at will. They will provide you strategies that you can implement in your day-to-day life. They'll help you find the triggers so you can reduce the effect of the trigger, or you can reduce the trigger itself if that's possible. Now, a lot of the times removing the trigger is not possible. You cannot just never step out on the road because there's so much of noise. You have to go out at some point or the other. So you have to learn to manage and deal with that trigger. That's just an example. So when you go to a therapist, they validate your feelings. So you don't feel that you're all alone in this world and you're the only person who feels like this. You stop feeling lonely. You stop feeling like you're all alone in this. You realize that, okay, there are others. Alright, so I'm not a freak. I'm not alone, and I'm not the only one feeling this way. Others also feel this way, and I can control it, I can manage it, and I can make it work for me. Since highly sensitive people are more creative, they can see through problems, they have much more analytical brain because they are always working 10 steps ahead. You have all those advantages, but the feeling of chaos and the feeling that overthinking that goes on in your mind stops you from using those amazing capabilities that come with being a highly sensitive individual. So going to a therapist will help you hone those skills. That will make you a better person, a better worker, a better family member, and reduce the negative effects of the high sensitivity that you have. Point number 10, learning to let go. Now, people in your life may not be toxic, but sometimes they are just too much. Sometimes they find it very hard to stop when they need to. When you're telling them, yeah, I'm overwhelmed right now, I will not be able to process negative things for the next few days. I need to calm down. I need to center myself. I need to feel better about myself before I come back. But their problems are just so great that they keep on badgering you with it. Normally, you'd be available to help them. You would want to help them. You would try to help them to the best of your capability. But right now, your own mind is too much. And that time, you are not ready. You are not in any condition to help someone else with theirs. But they are there. They want help. They are trying to seek help, that's perfectly all right, but maybe you are not the right person for it. So you, at that time, instead of shutting yourself out or telling them, okay, I cannot help you right now, tell them what's going on with you. Tell them, yeah, you remember I told you that I'm not able to deal with anything more, so you can talk to me, but I may not be able to reply, or I may not be able to handle the situation for you or give you advices, right? Because I need to heal. So let go of things that are beyond your control. You cannot shut them up. So let that go. But you can always sit them down and tell them what exactly is going on, what you need from them, or what you can or cannot do. If they understand, they belong in your life. If they give you space, they belong in your life. And some people may think that you are being too selfish, you're being too self-centered, they need help and you're not there for them. You're being a bad friend. If you've got such kind of people in your life who put their needs always before yours, because they are having a problem, you need to sort it out right now. You need to also let such people go, because they will only add to the chaos in your pre-existing chaotic head, and they will not be able to provide you help. They may mean well, they may not be evil human beings, but sometimes we are not just suited for each other, and that is something we have to accept, and that is something we have to let go. And we have to let go of people, we have to let go of thoughts, we have to learn to let go. With these, well, I have covered 10 points on how to manage this overwhelming world if you are a highly sensitive individual. Let me know in the comments if you have any queries about this video or any of the other videos on Guilt Free Mind, or if you want me to make a video on something, or if you have a specific mental health question. I will answer it to the best of my ability and as soon as I can. With that, if you haven't subscribed yet, but do so right now. Subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, set it to all so that YouTube always notifies you whenever a new video goes out.